Hello, Fast Company people. Hey, it's Terry Long up in Great Falls. I want to give you some information about how things have gone this week. And I know when you see and hear this, you're going to think, oh, Terry's just complaining. That's not what this is about. I am not complaining. It's just that when Lithia Corporate starts complaining about percentages and being in conformance with their driveway program, they tend to holler at the GMs. Nobody wants to be in trouble, GMs included. So they're liable to turn it back on us and say, well, you know, those Fast Company people just aren't coming through for us. So here's why I'm telling you all of this. I want you to be armed with information about what we have done as a company for these general managers in Great Falls, Montana this week. On Tuesday of this week, which would have been the 9th, it was the day before our company meeting, every Lithia dealership in Great Falls got a phone call from Lithia Corporate complaining about the percentage of vehicles that are in compliance with the driveway program. In other words, the percentage of vehicles that actually have photos and videos. So I got a message from Trevor, the GM out at Honda. This is what he said. We're getting hammered about photos all the way from the top. Now you can interpret that a couple of different ways. He could be saying, I'm getting yelled at and it's your fault. Or best case scenario is, what he's telling me is, I'm getting yelled at and you need to do something about it. So I sent him a message back, a text, and I said, okay, Trevor, I'm tied up today, Tuesday, but I will dress warm and I will be there tomorrow. And I was. After our meeting on Wednesday, the 10th at 12:30, after that meeting was over, I immediately headed out to the Honda dealership. Now, Trevor at Honda insists that the initial photos be done against a specific wall of the building, a neutral background. However, never once, even when he knows I'm coming, has he ever had people move their cars. He leaves it up to me to find out who's parked there and go beg them to move their cars so I can take pictures at the place that he insists that I use. Then I have to move the car to a separate location where you can actually walk all the way around it to do the video and the rest of the photos. I did not take any pictures, but this gives you just an idea of what I ran into, because this particular lot has not been plowed. Their lot was. They ran a snowplow through there, so it piled up snow against the cars, knee deep. And you don't walk over the top of it, you step through it, and you are literally up to your knees in snow just trying to get to the front door of the car. Every single one of them was covered in snow. They did not clear any of the cars off and get them ready for me to do photos or videos. That was up to me to do. And I had to find them, first of all, because they're scattered throughout the lot in random locations. They didn't go out and locate any cars for me or move them to a spot where they were ready for me to do pictures. So that's kind of how Wednesday afternoon went. It was 12 below zero when I got there. I ended up having to go find the cars, go back to the office and find the keys for those cars, then take a jump box out and open the hoods and jump start them. So I got to work on them too to get them going, and then move them over after, well, I never did get the wall cleared. The snowplow was parked there. I found the guy who drove it and asked him for his key, and I said, hey, I'll move the plow. I got to do pictures, and he refused to let me do that. He said, no, I'll take care of it. I'll be out there in a few minutes. I was there for 3.5 hours, and he never moved that plow. So I could not. It was impossible for me to do the pictures where Trevor wants them to be done. And through the process of trying to locate the vehicles, find the keys, jumpstart them, and get them dug out to where I could move the car and then clear the snow off of them enough to at least do pictures, in 3.5 hours, I was able to do 4 videos. 4 videos in 3.5 hours. I don't think anyone can say we didn't try. We didn't do enough. Because that's no longer an opportunity for a profitable. You're not making any money. Yeah, 3.5 hours, 4 videos. So anyway, if anyone complains, you've got some information to combat that with. Okay, here is a Hyundai. Second car I've tried to video here at Chrysler Jeep Dodge, February 11th. It's 18 below zero. This has such a dead battery, the door locks will not work. You push the button, nothing happens. So there's really not much I can do. Moving on to the next. Okay, Dodge Durango. Pushed the fob, nothing happened. I thought, well, okay, I'll take the key out and open the door manually, and we'll see what happens. This is the 3rd vehicle I've tried to do. I've been able to do 1 so far. The locks are so frozen you cannot turn them with a key. I don't mean the fob, I mean you put physically put a key in the lock, it will not turn. This one has been here since the last time I was here. There is something wrong with the lockbox. You cannot get a key into the lockbox, not because it's frozen, but because somebody pulled a key out in the wrong position. So they have to figure out exactly what went wrong there and try to get it back into the proper position so you can insert a key. Okay, I got the key out of the box for this one. Went inside, stepped on the brake, pushed the button, instantly got a message after the engine started that says FW something or other / something unavailable, and shut the engine off. Got it running one more time, got the same error message, and it shut the engine off. So I guess this one is done too. Cheyenne warned me about this one. She said she really didn't know what she was doing when she tried to jump start it. Fried something in the fuse box, so this one is, well, in need of repairs. Okay, here is a Ram truck with a lockbox that is frozen shut. You can put the key in, you cannot turn it. I did bring a barbecue lighter. I'm going to see if I can melt the lock loose on this, because I'm running out of cars to even try to do. Okay, GMC truck got in, turned the key, dead battery. It doesn't even think about turning over.
Hey Google, what's the temperature?
The current temperature in Great Falls is minus 32 degrees. There is currently a wind chill warning in effect.
Those temperatures notwithstanding, I was back out on the lots Friday. It was about 24 below zero by the time I got out there. And I was back at Chrysler Jeep Dodge. Frankly, I was able to do some videos, but at those temperatures, there are a lot of cars you can't get into them, or you can't get them to run. Moving on to Saturday, I went to the Subaru dealership. These pictures were taken at the Subaru dealership today. And all the cars are buried. You would have trouble getting them through that snow, and then you'd have to clean them off. But the very first car that I got to was a Ford Fusion. I opened the lockbox and there was no key in it. I went in to find out where the keys are and found every single one of them is right here in a kind of a big pile. Actually, those are metal rings that most of them are on. And you always find that the key you want is in the middle of the ring, so you have to take about 15 sets of keys off to get the one that you're looking for, and then put the rest of them all back on. I went out to the Fusion and got the door open, pulled the handle on the hood release because, of course, the car wouldn't start, and I brought the jump box with me, so I was prepared. When I pulled the handle, nothing moved. Now this is, let's see, what was it today? It started out at 24 below zero earlier this morning, so it was probably close to 20 below zero. I pulled the handle, nothing happened, it would not move because the hood latch was literally frozen. And I pulled so hard that I was beginning to be afraid I was going to break the plastic handle off. But at 20 below zero, water is so hard, you know from your own experience, if it's 30 degrees, you can easily scrape the ice off your windshield. If it's 0 degrees, yeah, you have to chip it off. It does not come off easily. At 20 below zero, any moisture is just like rock. So that the hood would not open. I went and found a couple of other keys. I tried my best to try to get doors open, and locks were frozen, hood latches frozen, cars wouldn't start. The dealership had given up on even trying to show any cars today. That's why they didn't even bother to put the keys out there. So I went to the dealership. Long story short, I did not get one video done. But again, I don't think anyone can reasonably say that we haven't tried. We haven't done enough. We've done all that the weather will allow.